Train Sim World 4 Roadmap, May 2024. TL, DR, too long, didn't read, summary. 1 Semmering Ban and LIRR Commuter, released last month. 2 Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates, out today. 3 ScotRail BR Class 380, new screenshots and TOD 4 updates to Cathcart Circle. 4 DBBR 218, new details from the TSG team. 5 Circle Line, Rivet Games update coming soon. 6 ScotRail BR Class 158, information from Skyhook Games. 7 Introducing High Iron Simulations, new TSW partner. 8 Tadami Line, new screenshots from Union Workshop. 9 Summer Core Update, upcoming Core Update details. 10 Suspension Improvements, new video on the Class 323. 11 Formation Designer, Creators Club functionality coming with the Summer Core. 12 A note about roadmap timelines. 13 Community PC Editor highlights. And just to cover the changes from the previous graphic. 1 Added, Formation Designer Creator Club compatibility to 0 to 3 months. 2 Added German route to, release date TBC, section. 3 Added, Santa Fe Gameplay Pack, developed by High Iron Simulations, to release date TBC. 4 Added, TOD 4 lighting upgrade, for Cathcart Circle to 0 to 3 months. 5 Moved ScotRail Class 380 Loco into 0 to 3 months. 6 Moved ScotRail Class 158 Loco into 0 to 3 months. 7 Moved Expert BR 101 to 0 to 3 months. 8 Moved Suspension Improvements to 0 to 3 months. 9 Removed our longest serving item, DBBR 420, from roadmap, at the request of the developer, as it is not in active development. 10 Removed Semmering Ban, LIRR Commuter, and Cargo Line, as they have released. The Train Sim World Roadmap. Welcome to May everyone, with a new month comes our latest developer roadmap update for you all on Train Sim World. In this roadmap update, outside of talking about our recently released add-ons, you can expect this roadmap to primarily focus on third-party developments from our TSW partners, who all have various development updates to share. After a quick tour of our progress to the Class 380, the TSG team will present new information on the DBBR 218, followed by Rivet Games with an update on 5 Circle improvements. Skyhook Games will also tag in with details on the Class 158. We'll be introducing High Iron Simulations as a new TSW partner and providing more screenshots for the upcoming Tadami Line from Union Workshop. For development insights, we're including a new video to showcase upcoming suspension improvements, this time on the Class 323, Formation Designer Creator Club functionality coming to all platforms, a mention of Cathcart Circle TOD 4 improvements and highlighting the best of the community's editor creations this month. We also make a short note regarding roadmap timeline changes, and the nature of working with external developers. As usual, we'll also be live tonight, Thursday, May 9th at 1800 hours UTC/1900 hours BST, to talk you through this full article. Find a stream event link at the end. Released add-ons. Semmering Ban and LIRR Commuter, released last month. Last month we saw the release of 2 TSW route add-ons, the first being our Austrian adventure through the Semmering Pass with Semmering Ban, Wiener Neustadt, Merzzuschlag, bringing glorious alpine mountain backgrounds to new OBB stock. This was followed by our long-awaited return trip to New York with the release of LIRR Commuter, New York, Long Beach, Hempstead and Hicksville, offering a new way to experience America's busiest commuter railroad, extending the route with the new Long Beach branch and bringing the M9 EMU to Train Sim World. For those who are interested in diving into the new Long Island experience, we've created an extensive guide on how you can operate the M7/M9 ACS and SCS's safety systems, which you can find below. We've also got an extensive LIRR Commuter manual and a dedicated LIRR Commuter gameplay guide page for more information on the route, player support, gameplay tips, video guides and more. Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates, out now. Releasing just today, Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates brings further freight haulage to 3 busy, British Train Sim World routes, Midland Main Line, Great Western Express and Southeastern High Speed, courtesy of the ubiquitous Class 66. Operate services in and out of yards featuring loading/unloading facilities before moving out onto the main lines through the Midlands and the West. or work diverted trains through Kent in 3 separate scenarios. 1 new Hobogie hopper wagon, VTG branded, unbranded and graffitied forms. 2 new Midland mainline gameplay, updated route, new scenarios plus timetable services. 3 new Great Western Express gameplay, new scenarios plus timetable services. 4 new Southeastern high-speed gameplay, new scenarios plus timetable services using SEHS stock. Steam players can also make the most of a 10% launch discount until May 16th, with further savings in the Cargo Line Collection Bundle. Read all the details in our Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates Out Now article. Content up ahead. ScotRail Class 380. Since teasing the Class 380 last month with a few details in a WIP image, we're back today with all new screenshots with it in-game and on its home route of Cathcart Circle, which may be looking a little fuller in the skies. Let's head over to DTG's Product Marketing Coordinator, James, with the details. Work continues on the ScotRail Class 380, it's now in-game and externally complete with all its numbering and scrolling destination board. The interior and cab are also in place. Note the DMS below, which does have explorable screens to see different parameters of the train. Much like the Class 377 and 385, the cab corridor connection means the space is quite cramped, but the view is at least a tad more forgiving with the 380. Although perhaps the most iconic and distinctive feature of the Class 380 is its angled gangway. As can be seen, there is a most unique animation for the Class 380 gangway, where after the connection has been made, the driver uses a switch in the cab to pivot the gangways into place and allow the coupling to complete. Once this is done, the cabs are then set up as per other corridor connection trains in TSW to allow for passenger walk-through. We will show this in more detail in the coming months. The eagle-eyed of you may have already spotted the volume trick elephant in the room. Alongside the Class 380 release, we will be bringing Cathcart Circle into the growing number of routes which support TOD for skies and lighting. This free update will breathe new life into the route, as will the other changes happening courtesy of game designer, Liam, who you may remember from his work on West Somerset Railway. 1 updated signal visuals. 2 new track and ground ballast. 3 latest water visuals for the River Clyde and other locations. 4 and more. We will share more details and imagery of the official Cathcart Circle remaster next time, along with a deep dive into the gameplay. But to close on the 380 today, here is but a hint of what to expect with the brand new Cathcart Circle timetable that will be coming with the Scottish Desiro. Left, Glasgow Central at 7:50 in the original Cathcart timetable. Right, Glasgow Central at 7:50 in the new Class 380 timetable. Partner Program Update. DBBR 218, update from TSG. As an update to last month's announcement of the DBBR 218 loco from the TSG team, they wanted to share more details of the locomotive, as well as key features you can expect to find for the upcoming add-on. TSG, this mighty diesel hydraulic loco from the late 60s is surprisingly still in service today, with an impressive reliability record. It can be seen throughout Germany's railways despite the introduction of newer emus. This mainstay of German motive power can be seen going where electric trains can't go and is much loved by fans from all over the world. 1 DBBR 218 Series 400 with TB11 engine in traffic red. 2 N-wagons in traffic red with the diesel desk version of the Karlsruhe or cab car. 3 timetable mode for Hamburg-Lübeck. 4 scenarios, including route length runs, a rescue mission of a stranded RE with a double formation of 218s, and a freight run with a mixed and heavy train from Lübeck to near Hamburg. 5 tutorials on training center for the 218 loco and an adopted N-wagon cab car tutorial for the new diesel desk. 6 journey mode services. Stay tuned in upcoming roadmaps and announcement articles for more detailed information as we get closer to the release of the DBBR 218. 5 Circle, update from Rivet Games. Rivet have been continuing work on improvements to 5 Circle, and currently they are focusing on the following changes in an upcoming patch. 33 new services added to the base layer. These are the Cowdenbeath services. 6 new Railtour services, Flying Scotsman services. 2 Jubilee Railtour services, using the WCL Steam Railtour. 2 Class 40 services going to and from Dunfermline City. Prevent pop-in of the 4th bridge on Xbox One. Performance optimizations across the route. adding a procedural foliage system, as seen in the overground line. We'll share more very soon, as you can expect these above updates to release later in May. Below are a couple of WIP screenshots of the scenery and foliage improvements. Work also continues with the Laven branch, and Rivet haven't updated that part of the route with scenery changes just yet, as those changes will be implemented alongside the update which includes the branch, which the Rivet team will begin working on once they can access the site for references. Additionally, Rivet have also been working on some important updates on Bernina Line, which are going through our QA teams at the moment, to include alongside the update to Fife Circle. One fixed an issue with a runaround service not completing and causing a gridlock at Tirano. 2 unlocked journey chapters so players can play through them all without having to complete the previous chapter. 3 fixed engine cooling and fan audio being heard from a far distance. ScotRail Class 158, update from Skyhook Games. We can't talk about one ScotRail locomotive add-on without talking about the other. Skyhook Games have been working hard, with the release of Cargo Line Volume 2, aggregates just today, and they are still progressing well on the ScotRail Class 158 Loco add-on. They have provided an overview of what you can expect. 1 Class 158 2-car diesel multiple unit to ScotRail specification. 2-1 introduction to the Class 158 DMU at the training center. 3 scenarios for Edinburgh to Glasgow. 4 scenarios for Fife Circle Line. 5 timetable services for both routes. 6 compatibility with the Class 170 for combined running. We'll keep you updated on more information on when you can expect the Class 158 in following announcements. New TSW partner, introducing high iron simulation. Our Train Sim World partner family grows once again with the announcement that High Iron Simulation, who have previously developed multiple add-ons for Train Simulator Classic, are now working on their first couple of projects with Train Sim World. We reached out to their team for a quick mention in this roadmap, and a sneak peek at their upcoming releases. High Iron Simulation, we have been a third-party developer for Train Simulator Classic since 2016, producing a variety of TSC products ranging from scenario and locomotive packs to routes. 2 of High Iron Simulation's most recent releases have been the Saluda Grade, Asheville, Spartanburg and the Feather River Canyon enhanced routes. We're excited to begin development for Train Sim World 4, and our initial team represents an experienced group of developers including Michael Steffen, Rick Grout, Caesar Munnu Patch, and Gary Dalzell. High Iron presently has 2 projects in development, the first of which is a Santa Fe gameplay pack for the Cajon Pass route that will bring at end SF 1990s era railroading to the famous California Pass. Our second project will be a route, but we're not quite ready to share information at this stage. For our team, it's an exciting prospect to utilize the advanced TSW4 tools and apply our collective railroad knowledge and years of sim experience to creating products for Train Sim World 4. We look forward to sharing more in the future for developments from High Iron Simulations. If you'd like to keep up with their socials, be sure to follow the High Iron Simulations Facebook group. Tadami Line, update from Union Workshop. Development for Union Workshop's previously announced Tadami Line is progressing, and they've provided a new range of WIP screenshots of the scenery that we wanted to compile for you today. As we've mentioned, this route is quite far out from release, but we're getting regular updates from the Union Workshop team to keep you informed on the development of the route. We also have a short segment further on in this article talking about how we think about TSW roadmap timelines. Patches and updates. Train Sim World 4 May 7th update. Earlier this week we released a patch in preparation for the release of the Cargo Line Volume 2, Aggregates add-on, which also introduced various improvements for the Class 158 DMU, the Class 43 HST as well as the Midland Mainline route. 1 fully upgraded scenery for Mount Sorrel railhead. 2 complete overhaul of the timetable. 3 improved setup of signal approach control at various junctions to better represent the prototype. 4 further extensive improvements to trackside vegetation across the route. 5 added additional services to the timetable for owners of Southeastern High Speed and Flying Scotsman DLC. If you want to read the full details of the patch, head to our May 7th patch notes thread. Summer Core Patch. Following the release of our previous Spring Core update, we're now preparing our next large batch of improvements for a range of TSW add-ons, focusing on feedback raised by you all across our community, as well as key issues we're able to address in this update. We will keep you informed on when you can expect to see these changes in the near future. 1 UK routes and locos. ECML, Class 801 improvements, flange squeal, opaque glass, GSMR audio, connected gangways, DVD/DSD going off with reverser and neutral, and Class 66 feature set improvements and fixes. Southeastern high speed, Class 700, AWS and DVD audio levels, and Who Dares Wins scenario completion. Birmingham Cross City, scoring and achievements. Cargo Line Volume 1, petroleum improvements. West Somerset Railway, fixes for services and scenery improvements. London Commuter, rear doors on Class 377 remaining open. TUDA add-ons, various improvements and fixes for multiple routes. Vorarlberg improvements plus 1,116 substituting into freight services. 3 U.S. routes, Peninsula Corridor, New York, Trenton, Antelope Valley, rolling stock functionality and fixes. 4 core improvements, Formation Designer, Scenario Planner, passenger fixes. 5 and much more, including initial reports following the release of Semmering Ban and LIRR Commuter. Progress on improvements. Suspension improvements. Today we are continuing to share further progress for suspension improvements, this time relating to the Class 323, with a showcase video utilizing the new suspension system, from both an external and in-cab perspective. You can watch the showcase embedded below. We have been extremely thankful for your feedback on our previous two updates for the Class 66 and the OBB 4024, and we'd like to continue to invite your feedback on our latest Class 323 suspension feedback thread. Next month we will be back for a larger update on suspension, providing more details on which locos will be included in this update, and when you can expect it to release. Formation Designer. It has been fantastic seeing everyone in the Train Sim World communities get involved with the Formation Designer tools since our previous update gave access to console platforms. Why don't you read through this community thread of unusual formations that did exist in real life? We're now eyeing up the next step on our plan, coming with our Summer Core update, which will introduce the ability to share custom created consists of and combinations via Creators Club, similar to how you would for Livery Designer and Scenario Planner. Phase 1, Initial Beta on PC platforms done. Phase 2, Welcoming console platforms plus additional improvements done. Phase 3, Creators Club functionality plus additional improvements coming soon. Phase 4, Full Release. Removing the beta tag. With the feature still in its beta period, we remain aware of various issues raised from the community, and we continue to ask if you do encounter any difficulties to please raise these on our dedicated Formation Designer discussion forums, where we can share this with our internal development teams. We have a range of improvements coming alongside the next phase, and we will share more details of those closer to the release of the Summer Core patch. We continue to support and gather community feedback for Formation Designer as we look towards the last phase before the full release. It's almost time to get sharing those amazing creations with the whole community. Community Corner. A note about roadmap timelines. The Train Sim World monthly roadmap is designed to provide information on our game which is accurate at the time of publication. In the world of game development though, things can move around pretty quickly, seemingly small issues can cause much larger problems, and sometimes there can be a quick resolution for a seemingly insurmountable task. We find this regularly when we develop content for TSW. When we're working with an increased amount of developers as part of our partner program, especially those new to the world of developing within our game, that can mean that things move around a lot as we support them to tackle unforeseen challenges. We believe that providing this picture is a better option, as it allows us to announce content earlier for you all to be excited about, but please bear in mind that things might change as development progresses, and this is often reflected in our monthly updated roadmap graphic. We explain the changes each month to help you understand what is happening. PC Editor Highlighted Projects. We're back to celebrate a selection of amazing community projects we've seen on our PC Editor forums. As usual, if you're looking for more support resources on learning the PC Editor tools, take a dive into a public TSW Editor documentation spreadsheet, created by Madden, aka Train Sim Play, which has links to all of our official resources, a huge range of community resources, and plenty of tutorials/guides all in one place. Get engaged on our PC Editor forums for a chance to be highlighted on following roadmap articles too. Now, let's check out just some of the incredible creations you've submitted so far. Train Spotting Norden has recently shared an update for their STRIX Hanover Hamburg route, providing new screenshots for the scenery and developments. They regularly provide new updates on the development. Take a look at these recent screenshots. Andy Goff has been working on an Esk Valley and NYMR route, and as part of their development, they have created an in-depth traffic system for the vehicles moving on the route, including parking in front of the station at Whitby, functional traffic lights and correct give-way procedures. Take a look at their personal showcase for this system. Freddy the Shepherd is back with an update on their Almtalben, Wells, Grunna im Almtalroute. Back in March they developed the east side of the Thalheim, adding new scenery viewpoints and details, and recently since the release of Semmeringbahn they've expanded and rebuilt the track at the rear end of Wells HBF. We look forward to seeing the progress happening all across the community projects each month, so please continue to share updates and screenshots. Roadmap Livestream. Exec producer Matt, and senior community manager Alex, will be talking about all the things we've featured above, and answering your submitted questions in our May Roadmap Livestream. The stream will begin from 1800 hours UTC/1900 hours BST on our YouTube and Twitch channels. Have a question for us? Put it in our May Roadmap Q&A thread and we'll answer as many as we can live tonight.